everybody, welcome to my channel. I have a homeschooling video for you guys today, and I actually filmed two videos today, this one and then the one that I just filmed went up a few months ago. But that video, I was basically saying, you know, we were coming back from the holidays and kind of how to get homeschooling done when you're super busy. And this video, thinking ahead for me, at least in current time, is thinking of towards the end of this semester, towards the end of this school year, kind of wrapping things up and knowing that for myself, and I know a lot of other homeschoolers as well, you have probably already started looking for curriculum for next school year. So as a veteran homeschool mom, I've used a lot of different curriculum companies over the years, and the first curriculum that I ever looked into, that we ever purchased way back in the day, I think it was 2013 or so, was for our oldest daughter, and we were pulling her out of public school, and I needed a math curriculum, and I needed it really quickly because we pulled her out earlier than we thought we were going to, and I had nothing prepared. So that was kind of already like a little bit unnerving, but then also combine that with the fact that I'm not good at math, I'm not good at explaining math, and I knew that math for me was going to be the hurdle that I had to get over first in order to make homeschooling possible at all, you know, short of hiring a private tutor for the entire length of her schooling career, which was not really realistic. It can be really difficult to find a good curriculum, and I would say arguably math is probably one of the hardest. There's so many different approaches to teaching the same basic concepts, but there's so many different ways to do it. And I feel for us, once I found the math curriculum that seemed like a good fit, and spoiler alert, it was, I really, we haven't looked back since. And if you've watched my channel for a while, then you would know that that curriculum is teaching textbooks. So kind of a Cliff's Notes version of what teaching textbooks is, in case you don't already know. It is an online math curriculum. It started out on disc. We used it way back then when it was on disc, but now it's moved online, as so many things have, and it's just a really solid math curriculum. We have been really, really pleased with it for both girls. And for me, the key factor is it's all taught for me. I don't have to teach math. I don't have to grade math. I don't have to go in and like check her work and stop her and correct her. All of that is done for me with teaching textbooks. So basically she gets online, or there's even an offline capability, so you can use it on the go without Wi-Fi. You can use a tablet, a phone, a computer, any combination thereof, and you can get on there and do your math. And as she's watching the lecture that's taught for her, and then as she's working the problems as she's going through, as soon as she does any work on her own, if she makes a mistake, it's immediately corrected, which I think is also a huge, huge bonus. Teaching textbooks would be amazing even if it didn't do that. But the fact that it does do that, I think, is especially beneficial, because you're not letting your child make the same mistake over and over and over again before you realize that they've even made a mistake. And with math especially, I feel like it's really important to catch that before it becomes an issue. So teaching textbooks does that. There's fun aspects for the kids. There's little buddies that pop up and give them hints. They can collect digital stickers. They can change the wallpaper on the background. And for the parents' end, knowing that they're getting a solid math lecture every single day, that it's graded for me. There's a cumulative grade also rolling as my child is working through the course. All of that's kept for me. I don't have to do anything. That sounds great, right? I mean, we all have looked for curriculum. We think it sounds really great. Maybe we go ahead and purchase it, and then we realize that it's not a good fit after all. And I don't think that would happen to you with teaching textbooks, but just in case, one of the amazing features about teaching textbooks is they do offer a free trial, a 15-lesson free trial for any and all levels that you might need, where you can actually have your child do a solid amount of the lessons to get a feel for it. You can get in the parent dashboard, kind of play around with the different options that you have on the parent side of it, and really test drive teaching textbooks for yourself. After those 15 lessons, there's no obligation, but if you decide that you want to go ahead and move forward and purchase access to a digital course for teaching textbooks for your child will pick up right at lesson 16. They also offer placement tests, which I feel are really important. They give you a good jumping off point to decide, like, maybe your child you're new to homeschooling. Maybe they're coming from public school and you really have no idea what they know. Maybe you're coming from a different curriculum, and you know, certain topics are taught at different times with different curriculum, depending on which one you've used. So you would really get a good benefit out of using the placement test to find out kind of broad spectrum, you know, which levels your child might do best in, and then go ahead and sign up for the free trial of whatever that level is. The test will tell you kind of, if they miss this many, maybe go to this level. If they get this many right, maybe go to this level. And that gives you a really good frame of reference for where to start. And every level of teaching textbooks starts with a review as well. That's really great for any time, but especially if you're coming new to teaching textbooks or you're coming from a different program, it's just a great way to kind of freshen some concepts in your mind. Maybe go ahead and you'll get an idea of what was already taught in previous levels of teaching textbooks. So that built-in review is really, really helpful. Because this video is in partnership with Teaching Textbooks, they have actually been generous enough to offer me a giveaway for you guys. So 5 of you will win access, 1 year's access to whichever digital course level that you need. So 5 separate winners. All you have to do to enter the giveaway is sign up for a free trial of any of the levels that you're interested in with the link below, and then comment that you signed up. So that'll be an entry. And if you already use Teaching Textbooks, obviously you don't need the free trial because you know how amazing it is, but you can still enter the giveaway by commenting what your favorite thing about Teaching Textbooks is and by sharing the video. Pretty simple, very generous of Teaching Textbooks, pretty straightforward, but I will also type out the giveaway details as well as the beginning and end date that you need to make sure that if you're going to enter, that you enter by, so you can get registered to win the giveaway. But I just think it's really generous, and even if you don't win, if you don't know much about Teaching Textbooks, the access to their digital course is very, very, very reasonable. And that's one thing I really love about them, is they have kept costs low. There's a section of their website about the large family plan so that you can decide if that's an option for you to save even more money. But I just really love them as a company. And there's very few things that I can say. I do have a personality where once I find something I like, I stick with it. And Teaching Textbooks is one of those things. So I highly encourage you guys, if you have not tried it, to give it a try. Make sure you enter the giveaway. So I hope this video was helpful. If it was, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I will also link my homeschooling playlist for you. So every homeschooling video I've made in the past 12 or 13 years will be in that playlist. I think you'll find a lot of really useful videos there. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.